Simulator solving of the systems by Gauss-Jordan method. This simulator includes 3 steps. Here you can choose language and put next step. On the screen you can see system and our problem solve the system of equation by Gauss-Jordan method. First of all, write down all the augmented matrix for system. And let us check. The answer is correct. Then let us put next step. Reduce the augmented matrix to diagonal form. To transform matrix to diagonal form, apply elementary transformation. And here you can see elementary transformation. Here you can see augmented matrix. First of all, we need to obtain under the main diagonal zeros. First of all, let us obtain zeros in the first column. Let us choose number 1 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and let us choose multiply row by number and add row, and we have here 0. For how can we obtain 0 here? For that, let us choose number 2, select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row, and we have here 0. Then we need to obtain zeros in the second column. For that, let us interchange allocated rows. For that, select as first row and second row these rows and interchange, and we have here 1. Then we need to obtain here 0 and here 0. For that, select number 3 minus 3 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then again let us choose number minus 4, select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have 0 here. Then we need to obtain here 0. For that, let us interchange allocated rows. This row as first row, this row as second row, and interchange. Then we have here 1. For that, let us choose number 1 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have zeros under the main diagonal. Then after that we need to obtain zeros over the main diagonal. For that, select this let us take number -11 and select as first row this row and divide the row by number. Then we have here 1. Then after that we need to obtain zeros here in the first column. For that, let us choose number -7 and select as 7, and let us select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have here 0. Then let us take -1 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have here 0. Then we choose number -1 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have in the first column 0. Then we need to obtain here 0 in the third column. For that, let us take -1 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then again choose number -1, select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have 0. Then we need to obtain here 0. For that, let us take -2 and select as first row this row, select as second row this row, and multiply row by number and add row. Then we have under the main diagonal zeros. And done. The answer is correct. Then put down next step. Then we have our obtained matrix, and we need to write down answer. Print answer. X first is 2, x second is 1, s third is 4, x fourth is 3. Check. The answer is correct. Then let us next step, and you can see here result of the session.